Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to more WWE 13 Universe Mode. I am Brendan. This is Smackdown. Well, actually, this is main event. And to kick it off, we have Jey Uso taking on Tyson Kidd, with Tyson Kidd getting the win. Cesaro taking on Big E Langston. Big E Langston getting the win. Well, tag team partners, I guess, or friends, I guess you could say. Naomi defeats Cameron. And triple threat matchup, Santino, Zack Ryder, and Drew McIntyre. Zack Ryder, holy shit, he won a match. And Wade Barrett loses against Kofi Kingston in what could be an upcoming Intercontinental Championship matchup at Summerslam. So we've got to check out the rankings, what is going on here. Oh yeah, Mark Henry as the world champion, Kofi Kingston still Intercontinental champion, Wade Barrett up there, Big Show Sheamus up there for the world title, and the Shield Tag Team Champions. Of course, the Real Americans will be taking them on at SummerSlam, and we are getting really, really close. We actually are itching closer and closer to getting towards this SummerSlam pay-per-view, which should be good. And to start it off on SmackDown with Jack Swagger taking on Kofi Kingston, Wade Barrett taking on Damien Sandow, triple threat match, Alicia Fox versus AJ Lee versus Nikki Bella. The Luchadors are back in action taking on 3MB, and Mark Henry will take on Sheamus, a potential World Championship opponent. Well, Sheamus could invoke his World Heavyweight Championship rematch clause at, of course, SummerSlam, but we'll wait and see what goes on there. We have Jack Swagger taking on Kofi Kingston in the first matchup for our card. But we will go ahead and play Wade Barrett versus Damien Sandow. I thought we'll play the match first, and we'll find out who wins the other ones later, which I felt as though was pretty well booked. I thought all the matches kind of suited what we were trying to achieve here. We had Wade Barrett and Damien Sandow. This could basically be called a number one contenders matchup. I think Damien Sandow is number 2, Wade Barrett number 1. Wade Barrett's actually been on a very good roll as of late, winning and winning and winning. Of course, he did lose against Kofi Kingston on main event recently, or just then, but I feel as though Wade Barrett could actually go on to beat Kofi at SummerSlam if he does get the shot here. If he beats Damien Sandow, we could actually have a new Intercontinental Champion for the first time in our Universe Mode. Kofi Kingston's held the championship belt right from day one. Day dot. He's held the belt, and we haven't been able to get it off him. So that's a credit towards Kofi Kingston. He's beat everyone. He's beat Christian. He's beat Cody Rhodes, and then Damien Sandow's tried to get up there. And I don't know, man. I just think Kofi Kingston's the real deal. But now Wade Barrett hasn't had an opportunity yet. I believe if he gets to SummerSlam, takes on Kofi Kingston, we could have a new champion. No doubt about that. So. Wade Barrett, I think Wade Barrett is probably behind. You know, if you remember a few episodes back on SmackDown, we had Kofi Kingston was laid out. He was laid out in the back. Nobody knew what happened. Nobody knew why or who did that. And you'd have to probably see the signs are going to lead towards a Sandow or a Barrett or perhaps a Swagger or a Ziggler. The guys who are up there in contention for that Intercontinental Championship, because there was no real reason why anyone else would do it. I think possibly it was Wade Barrett trying to send a message to Kofi Kingston, because you see Wade Barrett was really kind of in limbo, not really doing much. Then he took out, then Kofi Kingston was taken out, and all of a sudden Wade Barrett has just been winning and winning and winning. So I think maybe the signs are leading towards Wade Barrett perhaps taking Kofi Kingston out, or perhaps Damien Sandow, a man who has been up there. He's almost been getting the number one contendership for the IC title, almost, but not quite getting there yet. So perhaps now he wants to finally get that opportunity. He probably feels as though, yep, this is my chance, this is my time. Now I'm going to get my shot, and now I'm going to make the most of it, and now I'm going to win that IC title. That perhaps could be what does happen at SummerSlam, if in fact Damien Sandow beats Wade Barrett here. So this is a number one contenders match, and of course later on we have big matchup, Mark Henry versus Sheamus as well. Now, this is an interesting rivalry, interesting situation we got going on here. Big Show lost his world title to Sheamus at Money in the Bank. The next night, he had a rematch for the belt, and Big Show lost. He had a rematch against Sheamus. He demanded a rematch, lost. Mark Henry, who won the Money in the Bank ladder matchup at Money in the Bank, who nobody expected him to win it, didn't wait around, didn't waste any time. He thought, well, you know what? I'm just going to cash that bad boy in, and he cashed it in on Sheamus, who successfully defended his championship against the Big Show in a hard-fought matchup. Cashed in on Sheamus and beat Sheamus. Took the championship away from Sheamus, who only held it for what, 4 or 5 days. So not a great reign from Sheamus by all means, but Mark Henry came out and cashed in successfully. And since then, we've needed to know who's going to take on Mark Henry at SummerSlam. Is it actually going to be Sheamus, the man who just lost his championship, or is it going to be Big Show, a man who you could argue deserves a shot? You know, he deserves, well, you know what? I think Big Show deserves an opportunity because he only just lost his championship as well, had one shot, but it wasn't on the biggest stage. You could argue that he wasn't mentally prepared coming into the match. So you could say that either guy does deserve a shot. So who gets the shot? We're going to have to wait and find out in the coming weeks, but I don't know, man. I think it's an interesting situation we've got going on here. So let me know what you guys are thinking. Who deserves to have that opportunity at SummerSlam? Big Show or Sheamus, or perhaps a triple threat match? You never know. So Wade Barrett continue the pound away, but Damien Sandow with a big clothesline there. I mean, Kofi Kingston's really got his work cut out for him here. We're trying to focus on the mid card here on this episode of SmackDown. There's a lot going on actually on SmackDown right now. We have, you know, the Real Americans up there with the tag team belts, and the Luchadors, a good return here, so we'll see them in action later on, and we'll see if they can beat 3MB. We haven't seen the Luchadors teaming up for quite some time, actually, I believe, so that's good to see them back at it. So a lot going on SmackDown this week, and I think Kofi Kingston versus Jack Swagger as well. This gives a bit of an idea of what's going on in that IC title scene. Kofi Kingston has been plowing through everybody. Let's face it, he is unstoppable right now. And there's a huge lineup of guys who want to take him on and get that championship away from him. But nobody's really been able to do it. So, you know, Cody Rhodes, Christian, and two really good superstars right there have had shot after shot after shot. Haven't been able to do it. So, who knows what's going to happen, but Jack Swagger's another guy who's stepped up alongside Wade Barrett to get an opportunity. Jack Swagger will be probably in the Tag Team Championship matchup at SummerSlam, so we definitely won't be seeing him in the IC title matchup, unfortunately for him. But nonetheless, Wade Barrett, Sandow, #1 contenders matchup. Whoever wins this one, if Wade Barrett goes on the win, we could see Kofi Kingston, Wade Barrett go on to feud. If Wade Barrett wins that SummerSlam, I'm talking about. But if Wade Barrett goes on, wins this matchup, goes on to face Kofi Kingston and loses, well, then what? Who's the next man to step it up? Will it be Ziggler? Will it be Swagger? Will it be a Sandow getting another opportunity again? So there's a lot of opportunities, a lot of things we can explore here, a lot of different possibilities, and Wade Barrett has got Sandow out. It's not looking good for Damien Sandow. Power slam right back down to the mat. I think Sandow could be in big trouble here. I think his intellect will not save him here from the wasteland. Oh, Barrett hits it. That's got to be it. Here's the cover. Come on. Wade Barrett proving his dominance here on SmackDown with a 3 count, beating Damien Sandow, and will take on Kofi Kingston at the SummerSlam pay-per-view for the Intercontinental Championship. Congratulations, Wade Barrett. He is your #1 contender, officially confirmed here. We had our speculations that he could perhaps be the guy stepping up, and now he'll get his first opportunity at the Intercontinental Championship at SummerSlam. So really, really good stuff there for Wade Barrett, and I think Kofi Kingston's going to have his work cut out for him later on in 2 weeks' time at SummerSlam. So not far away we are, so you guys can expect to see SummerSlam pretty soon. And Wade Barrett, fantastic victory there. And well, poor Damien Sandow, another guy who's just been up there, but can't clinch the big matchup to get him over the line, to get him on the pay-per-view. So no luck for him there, but nonetheless, he will perhaps get another opportunity down the road as we go back, and let's see who won our other matches. So we had Jack Swagger taking on Kofi Kingston. Jack Swagger getting the victory, so Kofi Kingston's momentum may have been derailed. Alicia Fox wins the triple threat matchup against AJ Lee and Brie Bella. The Luchadors, their big return match, defeats 3MB, and Mark Henry versus Sheamus. Mark Henry continues his dominance. Guys, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, leave a like, comment, and of course subscribe. More Universe Mode coming in the future.